The final proclamation will be given by Supervisor Anderson honoring recognition of the Armenian Genocide.
Good morning. Hi, John. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Take your time. This morning, with a heavy heart, we recognize and remember the plight of the Armenian people against the systematic extermination of 1.5 million people. Every year while I served in the California legislature, we took time to honor those who had fallen during the Armenian Genocide. The only way to stop history from repeating itself is for us to never forget. Today, I'm proud to stand with my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors in solidarity with the Armenian people. In this proclamation, let me just read, it says, "Be it proclaimed by Chairwoman Nora Vargas and all the members of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors, do hereby proclaim the 24th day of April as Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day throughout San Diego County, recognizing a tragedy that's long been denied." With that, I'd like to introduce John Dadian.
Wow, what a day. For you non-Armenians, you don't realize how important, emotional this is. Very briefly, let me say that my grandfather landed at Ellis Island. My father, who I'll celebrate his birthday tomorrow, has been gone for many years, but he would be ecstatic today. And finally, personally, I'd like to say to the entire Board of Supervisors and the board, this is especially very proud of your action today because I'm a former county employee. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to the entire board, but especially to Supervisor Joel Anderson. I want to say very loudly, very clear, you are a true friend of the Armenian community. I would like to introduce the spiritual head of this community, the very Reverend Father Brzezikian.
Honorable Supervisors of the San Diego County, on behalf of the Armenian American community in the county of San Diego, the St. Sarkis Armenian Church, parish, and community, our local community leadership and leaders, as well as the Armenian diaspora, I would like to express our community's profound gratitude and appreciation to each of you for your decision to proclaim the 24th of April as Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day across San Diego County. Your collective decision is courageous and righteous and demonstrates your commitment to human rights, justice, and the recognition of historical truth. As we commemorate the 1.5 million innocent Armenian lives lost during the genocide committed by the Ottoman Turkish government, we also remember the importance of promoting healing, reconciliation, and education about the tragedy to prevent such atrocities from happening again. Your proclamation serves as a powerful reminder that we must never forget the lessons of the past, and that we must continue to work towards restorative justice for the victims as well as for the survivors and their descendants. The latter, to this very day, experienced transgenerational trauma due to the blatant state-sponsored policy of genocide denial pursued by the governments of Turkey and Azerbaijan. Over the past 4 months, the U.S. Department of State has publicly urged for the opening of the Artsakh borders, which is under blockade for over 110 days now. There is imminent threat of ethnic cleansing and genocide. To the people of Artsakh who are in these days fighting for their own freedom. Once again, we thank you for your unwavering commitment to human rights and justice, and for taking this important step towards recognizing the Armenian genocide. Your support means a great deal to our community, and we hope that together we can continue to work towards a better and brighter future. Thank you. I would like to invite our... Thank you.
Thank you so much. A San Diego County resident who was a leader in the Armenian community internationally, statewide, locally, and internationally, and will be in Armenia in a couple weeks. I'd like to introduce the leader here in our region, Kathy Kardashian. Sorry.
That's okay. Good morning, supervisors and all. As an Armenian American descendant of a genocide survivor, I stand before you today with a heavy heart and determined spirit. Our ancestors experienced unimaginable horrors during the Armenian Genocide in 1915, losing loved ones and their homeland, which I never met my grandparents because of that. The struggles they faced and how their perseverance and resilience led them to survive and rebuild their lives again, driven from all over, from their homelands. They lived every corner of the world. The strength of the Armenian Christian culture, faith, and love of freedom has brought us here today. We urge everyone to take a stand for what they believe in and fight for peace and justice. I am going to go on a mission in 2 weeks with doctor group to help all those children that they were injured from the attack that Turks and Azeris did, which is very sad. I'm honored that the San Diego County Supervisors are recognizing the Armenian Genocide today. Thank you.
And finally, a person of Armenian descent, the greatest district attorney in this country, Summer Stephan.
Thank you, John Dadian, my brother from another mother. I want to thank the Board of Supervisors, Chair Nora Vargas, and especially Supervisor Joel Anderson for this recognition. As you know, I'm Summer Stephan, San Diego County's district attorney, but I am also the product of the Armenian genocide that has made us more resilient and more in love with this country of freedom. Every single day I wake up and I think about my grandmother Therese, who was 9 years old in 1915 when her father and all the men in her family were massacred. And her mother, who was pregnant, herself, Therese, my grandmother, and her sister Mary were able to walk for miles. Along the way, her mother died, my great-grandmother, and my grandmother, Therese, at 9 years old, survived, roamed country to country until she arrived to the big democratic arms of the United States, this country that she loved. A great thing that happened in her life was when an Armenian American, Governor Dukmasian, became the governor of California, and she celebrated that day. I remember that day with great joy for my grandmother. She never saw me become the elected district attorney from this earth, but I know she is watching me from heaven and reminding me every day that the first duty of society is justice, and we must safeguard it with everything that we have. Thank you.
I'd like to invite my colleagues, if they want to come down for the photo. I'd love to welcome you. This is a big deal for us. I think they'll want us to step back this way.
Stand.